Right now?
Yeah.
So,
tell me what you're doing.
There's peace and light.
This is the story of Minecraft.
This is the story of Minecraft. So there was peace and light in Minecraft one time. Well, all the time. And, like, everything was so good. Friendship, mining, everything was awesome. Until one day, Steve had a brother. Steve was like a farmer and stuff. And Steve's brother, Mary, had a brother. But when Mary had...
His brother's name was Mary?
No, his mom's name was Mary.
Okay.
And Mary had another son. And when she had the son, she was struck by lightning. Nothing happened to her. Because it was kind of like a magical... It was called end lightning. Like from the end that Enderman made. And Herobrine was Steve's brother's name.
Okay. So Mary was the mom of Steve and Herobrine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Herobrine. You just kind of say Brad or something like that. Okay. So Herobrine had this indestructible power where he looked just like Steve, except his hands were out all the time, and his eyes were glowing, and he could shoot lightning out of his eyes. And he became bad because he was half zombie, because of the end lightning. Steve fought him with all his power. One time, there was this duel against Herobrine, and Herobrine lost, but he tripped into the end portal, so he teleported to the end, but it was so peaceful. Everything was flowers, and all those towers, the end towers, were beacons. Until Herobrine cursed the end, and it turned into the dark end. The beacons got crashed with obsidian, made these giant towers, and put the end crystals on top. And Herobrine started making henchmen called Endermen, that are lost souls from the overworld. And one day, Herobrine got so evil that he turned into this egg. It was black and with purple spots. And one of the Endermen decided to raise the Ender Dragon egg for his own. And one time...
And so the egg was the egg of the Ender Dragon?
They didn't know that, though.
Okay.
There was like another Enderman or something. So they didn't know what happened to Herobrine. They thought he left to go seek some more lost souls, something. So years passed. After Herobrine was forgotten and stuff, but it was still a memory to the overworld because they never knew what happened to him. Until the Ender Dragon egg finally hatched. And they're like amazed. They saw this wing poking out. And it was like weird. Then feet came out of the bottom and it started walking around. And then another wing popped out. And then a head popped out and the hands popped out. And he blew purple fire.
Ouch, Nina.
He blew purple fire. Go. And blew purple fire to destroy the egg. And
What do you mean?
the Ender Dragon blew purple fire to destroy the shell.
Oh, the shell. Okay.
So then they were like amazed and stuff, and and the Ender Dragon was hatched, and over time it grew bigger and bigger and bigger until it absorbed the magic from the Ender crystals from the Ender Towers, and the Enderman was Royal Henchman, and no one knew that Herobrine was the Ender Dragon.
So now when you defeat the Ender Dragon, you're going to be defeating Steve's brother. How come he became evil?
Because he was struck by the End Lightning.
And that was just random.
Yeah.
Nobody did it to him on purpose.
Well, I think somebody did. Maybe his grandpa or something. Because his grandpa was actually a zombie.
Oh.
And Herobrine's half zombie. So now how the Nether was made. Okay?
Is it going to be long too?
Not really.
Okay.
So since the end, this is like with the other story too. Since the end in the old worlds were against each other, they started colliding particles and atoms together to create something else, a vertical realm that only Obsidian can cross to. That was fire, lava, molten crust. There's no water could survive there or life, except for nether mobs.
Got a sore throat today, bub.
So the Nether was made. You know how the end. I forgot to tell you this about the end. If you defeat the Ender Dragon, you can teleport to lots of different realms.
Oh.
But the Nether was a realm that you could go to even before you defeated the Ender Dragon. Because it was so weird. It's like atoms, dust, earth. Everything was just lava.
Kind of like the stuff that things are made out of.
Yeah. And then the Wither was made. And the Wither started having henchmen called Wither skeletons. They're like black skeletons, but they have tall feet and they hold stone swords.
Okay.
And the Wither skeletons started creating nether fortresses. Yep. So then the Nether was created, and then the Wither started. Then the Ender Dragon came to the Nether, and he teamed up with the Wither. That was kind of a bad idea because the Wither's kind of grumpy. He's a lot grumpy. So they teamed up, and the Wither started bringing up started creating defenses for the overworld, and then Steve teamed up with the Order of the Stone, which is a really good team that defeated a lot of quests and stuff. So the battle keeps continuing. The end.